Hello people of the internet, it is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we're doing more of the Christmas event, because it ends on Monday. It's a very short Christmas event, and I kind of want to get as much of it done so I can farm the heck out of it. I do have some nodes that seem like they might be the best, but nodes can also tend to be, you know, hidden behind completing story stuff, so I'm going to be doing as much of the story. It should be all of it today. If you are watching this on YouTube, it is past Christmas, but still, I do wish you a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. I hope it's a good one. And while I'm doing that, please be sure to like this video, comment down below if you have anything to say, subscribe to the channel, it helps me out and lets you know when new vids come out. And if you want to catch me live, you can always check out the description down below, where there are links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join to get those notifications. But there is some news posts here that I will go through real quick. Hey, Infinity Lord, welcome to the stream. How be things? So, only really new news post, there is a New Year's countdown, which is LB7 and OC1 servants, it seems. Oh, it's rotating banners for them. Or, no, it's just, they're all up. Yeah, they're rotating banners, what am I saying? I mean, some are, no, they're all here for roughly the same time. Okay. So, nobody I'm going to really roll for, because I've already got everybody that I wanted from them, so there is that. And then the ongoing New Year's campaign for the next year, pretty much just a login campaign, so some fruits, half AP for free quests, as always at this point, half AP for interludes and rank ups, which is new, admittedly. It's been a while, I feel like, since we've had one of those. Mind you, I don't have any rank up quests that could be used on, but still, it's still nice. Advanced quests have half AP. I do still have those 3. I need to figure out a good team for them. I'm not doing it on stream, but still something to consider. But that's kind of it for the news. We can claim some master mission stuff. It's weird not seeing that 4th tab, but 180 Berserker Bond gets us a little bit of extra QP, and we've completed some of the weekly missions as well. What am I not done? Friend point summons. Right, I don't do those anymore. The friend points are just piling up at this point. Day's been good, Infinity Lord. Day's been good. How has your day been? I hope it's been a good day after Christmas. And I do hope your Christmas was good as well, and that you got everything that you so wished for / wanted. 15 quartz was the Christmas reward on here, it looks like. And I have done a lot of shop clearing as well, as evident by stuff. I will claim those because they're going to have special animations for claiming and all that. Okay. So first is all of our copies of Silent Night, Holy Blue. That's good to hear. Have you been doing the farming? Because I'm going to be hopefully starting my farming journey for the lotto here after today's stream. So this is apparently Lakshmi. I mean, I can see it, though the face does look a little bit different, but I can still see it. So it is buff removal resist by 15, NP strength by 10, and starting NP of 30. But more importantly, it is the ticket CE. She is surrounded by fish swimming in schools, while she herself seems entirely carefree, sometimes chasing the fish with her eyes. Who is actually on the other side of the glass? Is it the fish, or her? This ambiguous role is sometimes dizzying, so that's why I can't help it if I reach my arms through my sleeves to try and find you, so I won't fall, you know? Fair enough, fair enough. Like I said, I've not really started my farming journey yet. Then we have the command codes. First is Golden Trident, that is Canis's. Remove 1 crit strength up from an enemy when attacking, and increase crit strength by 10%. That's not bad. The Radiant Trident given by the God of Sea to the Golden Winged Bird. It possesses the power to command the seas, but the authority they can wield is limited since they have manifested as a servant. Even if they are a peerless immortal warrior and a de facto deity. Oh, and what gotcha might that be? The Holy Knight Reindeer Cap. I love this thing. It is so cool. 1 star when attacking, and remove 1 seal state for yourself. A hat for the sailors who are appointed as porters to deliver dreams to boys and girls everywhere. They are like horses pulling a sled, or rather, a migratory fish that tirelessly swims about. Tonight they leap from the sea and race across the world that's been painted white. I've not actually heard of that one Yeah, Dragon Ball Legends. I've heard of, I want to say, Daikon? I think that's the mobile game that I've heard for Dragon Ball, but I've never heard of Dragon Ball Legends. This is Crane's Vow and Love Poetry, 3 stars when attacking, and MP game by 5%. Even the loving thread that connects fate eventually unravels. The loom that creates the affectionate sound is like a song of the crane weaving for the one she waits. If the crimson thread that twists around her hair can sew her promise, it becomes a crane's vow and love poetry. Be well, my dearest. If you must say goodbye, then I will reply with, until we meet again. If you wish to return someday, please do come and peek into this crane's workshop, please. And that is a promise. Okay? Interesting. Somehow managed to get 2 of the new units, and they're quite powerful. I mean, you got that luck, man. Your secondary account for FGO has broken gacha luck, so it's not really surprising that you have broken gacha luck in this game, in this Dragon Ball Legends either. Okay, so we are fully through. We have access to the challenge quest. We're going to continue with day 4, though, because gotta do the days of Christmas. But does it have its own unique sort of story beats, or describe the story of the game for me? Because I love playing the games for their stories, to be honest. It's why I play FGO so much, because it's got such great story, and I love the characters. So 6 p.m. end of workday. Great work again today, Master. You laid down that infrastructure absolutely perfectly. Glad we made it back before Santa did. Master, Mash, are you there? May I come in? Yes, we're here. Please come in. Baker! Although, chef, given the turkey. Don't mind if I do then. Hi, you two. I hope you're both doing well. I know it's almost dinner time, but I wanted to bring you this turkey I roasted. Sure thing. Infinity Lord. Oh. Honestly, that turkey does look amazing. Even if I'm only going to eat the drumsticks, that turkey looks good. Right, my name may be Baker, but baking's not all I can do. Since it's Christmas and I'm wearing a cute Santa outfit, I wanted to make as many yummy dishes as I could. Be that as it may, we don't want to encourage overeating. Try not to get carried away, Baker. Anyway, here's today's report. Once you're done reading it, we can go to the cafeteria to get... You look really worn out. Were you fighting in the simulator all day or something? No, Nemo, you know, Mash and I just finished a very intense mana transfer session. That's all, Nemo. That's... we were going to go and get some food, so Nemo, Baker, and you showing up with some food is, rather on point. Yeah, intense all-day-long mana transfer. Totally wasn't, you know, helping you with your deliveries or anything. Your Discord profile is one of the characters, or one of the units. Okay. I'll have to take a closer look at your Discord profile when this is all done. Oh, do we? That's strange. We've just been lounging around, relaxing all day, you know, taking it easy. No, Mash, we don't have to hide that we were doing mana transfer. I see. Then maybe you've just been eating too much. Straining your stomach from overeating and not exercising can actually make your face sag. Huh. Actually, no, that does make sense. Yeah, that does make sense, because you're accumulating more fat buildup, and without the muscles being worked, the fat will slowly weigh down. It's kind of the same, you know, logic for why the body sags with extra weight. Okay, I see it. I'm afraid the turkey will have to wait till another day, Baker. Go get some antacids for them from Nurse, will you? Okay, that's too bad, but you're right, they do look really worn out. Sorry, you two, but you'll have to wait until tomorrow for the turkey. Tonight, you're just gonna have some nice, easily digestible porridge. No! Come back, turkey, I agree. I mean, okay, you're so thoughtful, thank you. Oh, and here, this may not make up for the turkey, but at least I can give it to you today. Who's it from this time? We've had Mary Anning, we've had, Britomart, and Happy Cat, technically. Who else was it? I can't remember. My mind is blanking. It was a male servant, though. It was Tesla, that's right, it was Tesla. Hey, Zahak, welcome to Stream Hobby Things. I did indeed have a good Christmas. I hope you had a good one, too. I got to the first 2 volumes of the FGO manga. I don't remember. I know there's 2 versions of it, but it's not real. I mean, yeah, it is more of a manga because it is fully drawn panels and everything. So the unit you have, Infinity Lord, is a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. Nice. Relaxing. That's good to hear, man. It's a gift from a master from a very hot-blooded servant. He said it's to help him beat the cold. Yeah, it's yet another thing we were asked to bring you after we made our delivery. Man, I expected as much heading in, but I still wasn't prepared for just how blooded this servant was. Ashwamontan? I probably mispronounced his name, but, you know. So, we will go... Who is... Oh, that's Britomart. Yeah, I about said, who's that, as the first one, with my finger hovering over the servant's name. Yours begins on the 3rd due to your brother visited the in-laws. You mean your holidays begin on the 3rd, or... I'm a little confused by that statement. I don't remember who's... Okay, confirm, and we're gonna actually go back and back. I forgot who I had, so we're gonna go with this. Yep, this setup works. This is fine. All Lancers. I'm sure it will not go poorly for me. Your Xmas... Ah, your Xmas gift giving. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, I hope you get what you want. Excuse me. That reminds me, I should probably bust out the, I did get more memory for my computer, because I keep all of my old videos stored, and, let's just say that I've already filled up 1.5 terabyte hard drive, and another 3 terabyte hard drive. So I asked and got a 5 terabyte hard drive for Christmas this year. I should probably start transferring some things over to it, just so I have room, because otherwise my hard drive's gonna be full on videos, and I won't be able to record more videos, which would suck quite badly. Oh, yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, that's fine to stay off. Okay. But yeah, I got, like I said, I got the FGO manga, I got hard drive, I got a filing cabinet, I got a bunch of stuff so that I can finally start putting away some of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I've got just sitting in the background here, because I didn't have, so I got binders, and I got the card sleeve pages for the binders. What else did I really get? What else did I read? Hey, I was right, it's Ash, Vamontan, or however his name is pronounced. Because I honestly don't know. What else did I get? I got some perfect push-ups to help with my exercise. I got resistance bands as well, like 3 different strengths of resistance bands. Some Steam and Apple gift cards, so I will be able to get the gacha for New Year's, for sure. We'll definitely be able to do that, but, just a lot of little things, because I'm not really wanting for much. I did see the Yu-Gi-Oh! Overframes. Those look like they could be very interesting, but I am somewhat worried as well, because I heard something about how, they are essentially going to be only a limited number of them produced, and I don't know if that limited number equates to limited number for the Japanese audience, or if that's a limited number for a worldwide audience, you know? So, like, if they're gonna be Japanese exclusively produced, then that's gonna suck them, because they're gonna be expensive as heck, man. I really would like some of them, like, they are pretty cool, and they are retrained, they're not just, like, over arts, they're completely new cards as well, which would be awesome. Oh yeah, I know, but, like, I hadn't heard if the TCG was getting those kinds of cards as well, or if that had not been announced yet. I hope the TCG does, because even though I'm not actively playing, I would still love one. Which one would I feel like, just trying to think, maybe the... Okay, that's cool. I think the starving... I'm pretty sure Starving Venom's getting one. I really would like the Starving Venom over art. And I heard there's, like, 2 variants of the rarity as well. And one of the variants is going to be, like, super, super rare or something. But I'm not sure on those details. Whoa, what the hell? Nemo, it's you! Sorry about attacking you. My mistake. But hey, can't really blame you when this whole damn place just suddenly turned into a tundra out of freaking nowhere, yeah? I'm sorry about that. Definitely an oversight on my part. I'm just glad you didn't singe my outfit. Oh yeah, you're dressed differently than usual, huh? I like the red. It's a great color. I wouldn't say that it's that big of a deal. So anyway, what are you doing here? I was just waiting for the Santa to bring me a prez. Oh, Starving Venom. Ooh, Pendulum Fusion Starving Venom. I did play Predalance. I do have the deck. I don't know how viable it is competitively right now, but Starving Venom is always good. I did see the a review video of the overart Starving Venom, and it is like a super poly in and of itself, but it can be responded to, which it's still good, but you know, it's still pretty cool. But I haven't seen the Starving Venom Fusion Pendulum thing. I might have to take a look at that. You know, I can see that, because in the anime, Yuri did, after absorbing Yugo, obtain a Predaplant tuner, just for the sheer purpose of summoning Clearwing, so I can definitely see that. Interesting. Very interesting. Hey, you're Santa. You look so ordinary that I couldn't tell at first. What's that about looking ordinary? Again, I love the mustache. Yeah, I mean, you definitely look like Santa-ish. You piqued my curiosity. Now I have to come out and see what I look like to you. A reindeer. Oh, I was kind of hoping for a bigger reaction. So, if you're Santa, does that mean you got my present? Of course I do. It's Santa Claus's job to bring good children what they want. If I got it wrong, please feel free to return it. As a consummate professional, Santa Claus also offers a cooling off period. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up these new monsters. Awesome. Let me open it right now and just make sure it's right. I have no idea what this is. Absolutely zero idea. Oi. Oil, huh? Oil? Am I supposed to use it for cooking, like, deep frying potatoes and stuff? No. This oil is for your weapon, your chakram. You're always rolling it around on the ground, right? Yeah, I kick it whenever it's Noble Phantasm time. I know, I think you'd make a great soccer player, actually. Anyway, though, it must get pretty dirty from all that, right? Sure does. I usually give it a good few whacks to knock off all the dirt. Does the trick just fine. That's not fine at all. I guarantee there's still a bunch of dirt on it. Stubborn grind is the bane of engineers everywhere. That's where this stuff comes in. I gotcha. This oil will make my chakram nice and smooth again. Exactly. You gotta take good care of equipment as cool as yours. His chakram is pretty freaking cool. I had the camera over here, like, a couple times, and already I'm in the habit of turning to look at it. I guess it might just be because I moved my mic closer, so it's, like, catching the corner of my eyes, and I turn to look at it, when I should just be looking straight ahead, theoretically, to look at the cam. But yeah, the chakram is pretty cool. You sent it via DM. I actually found it on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Subreddit. I'm going to be reading through them all here as soon as I get into a battle node. And since it's super oil, it won't just get the grime off, it'll send it flying at incredible speeds. Damn, even the grime's gonna fly? Awesome! Did the gods themselves make this oil or something? It's just a factory product. Gotcha. So this god's name is Factory Product, huh? Well, anyway, thanks. This is just what I wanted. You're very welcome. On another note, I don't want you to think that what I'm about to say is me setting a condition on you receiving this gift, but... There's something I want to ask you, Ash Vataman. Ooh, that was some crackling of the neck. And with that, our mission was complete. Ashvataman wanted me to give you this box when we got back, so here you are. What we get. Ooh. A bracelet, I'm guessing. I see it appears to be some kind of accessory. Maybe it's an arm... Oh, armband works too. Why are we fading in and out? Oh, while you're here, take this with you when you go. It's a gift from Master. I thought I'd have to wait until after Christmas before I could give it to him. But if you can bring it to him today, I'd really appreciate it. I see, so you have a gift for Master as well. I guess you all had the same idea. Let me just check the contents first, knowing you could be something explosive, even if it wasn't your intent. Don't worry, it's just a rock I had left over. Is this a ruby? Yep. After a war I fought a long time ago, I got cursed to wander the earth for 3,000 years. Really? Didn't know that. I don't even remember where I went. All I know is that it was a really long, really harsh journey. Makes sense. There was nowhere specific I was trying to go. I was just walking to walk. Honestly, it was pure luck that I even remembered I needed to atone for my sins. I don't actually remember if I succeeded or not, but I do know that I had every intention of making things right. So since I've walked a path like that before, let me just say this. Remember how you felt when you took that first step. Remember it each time you look at how this rock shines. You made a real important promise, right? So I hope you'll find good fortune throughout your journey. Oh, that is actually a very deep and thoughtful gift. The armband is blessed with good fortune. Oh, it's got a little extra magical energy as well. Nice and warm. I see. I think he's trying to encourage you not to let the winter cold get to you. Or not to let the cold reality of the fact that we've wiped out at least 5 or 6 whole civilizations and timelines get down to us. That's totally not something that probably keeps us up at night. Nor the death cries of all the people. I can never listen to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star again without hearing and seeing them. Anyways. Thank you, Nemo. This could just be what Master needs in the winter. Don't thank me. Thank Ashvataman. Alright, that's all for me for today. There are still 3 days left of winter vacation. Try not to overdo it. So, Supreme King Starving Venom Winged Dragon. Dark level 10 fusion pendulum effect. 3,300 attack, 2,500 defense. 10 scales. Okay. 1 quartz. You might know this, Sahak. Have they yet done scales are like different numbers on the side? Like, if so, 3 if it's put on the left scale, but a 7 if it's put on the right. Has that even been done at this point? Because then what's the... That is such a good opportunity. Just like pendulum trap monsters are a good opportunity, but I feel like they just don't... Why don't they take these opportunities as they have them? Just... Day 5. So, each time a monster is special summon... So, pendulum text. Each time a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, place 1 predator counter on those monsters. Predator monsters, whose level over 2 or higher becomes level 1. It requires 1 fusion and 1 clear wing monster. Okay. Once per turn, if you special summon a monster face up, you can target... If your opponent special summons, you can target one of them. Make this card get the ambassador attack. If you do, negate its effects. The effect lasts to the end of turn. 2, once per turn, when another card activates its effect on the field, you can destroy 1 card on the field. 3, if this card... if this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can take place in your pendulum. Okay, so the first effect, I feel, if memory serves, targeted stuff is just terrible in the last meta for Yu-Gi-Oh! That I played in. Like, everything has targeted immunity. The second effect, though, that is potentially really good, just because it does not target, it's just 1 destroy. So somebody could activate something, and you can destroy something else completely. That is potentially really good. And then as the standard pendulum effect. Hey, Janice, welcome to the stream. Happy things. PP Nautilus, docking complete. Initiating 0 sail. I need to drink water. Pendulum Ritual. Interesting. I guess Zark will be immune to ritual monsters eventually. Yes, very good, everyone. We're right on time again. It's 1,500 hours at Chaldea right now. If we keep this pace, we should make it back shortly after the end of the day. Yeah, 3 hours should be enough to make these last 15 deliveries. Captain Santa, is something bothering you? No, I wouldn't say that, but I've decided to call it a day here. These routes being so oddly clear are starting to nag at me. I want to go check on Master and Mash. So we're gonna have a party in Master's room this afternoon. Yay, this rocks. You can't just have parties in my room! I said it already, the reason that we were so out of breath yesterday, Nemo, is because Mash and I had just had a days-long mana transfer session. You didn't need to take the turkey away, it was just mana transfer, man! Hey, Jixter, welcome to stream. Howdy things. Also, how be the Christmases for everybody in these past 2 days? A troll? In the dungeon? This is where you faint and say, thought you should know. Yes, we will. Assuming Master's actually in his room, that is. Well, what if we took things to Melt or Aresh's or Jalter or Kama's rooms? Nemo, what then? Or Mash's room? I mean, she has a room too, even if she doesn't use it that much. I see. You've always been strict about keeping to the rules, Captain. For my part, I've been happy to enjoy their kindness. Call me leader when we're making deliveries. Oh, wait, we're on the Nautilus now, so maybe Captain is fine. Fine, nothing too fancy. Hey, you know, that's always fine. Like, a nice normal day for Christmas, it's always good. I had the big family gathering, as always, with my side of the family. You got a new chair? I do. Nice. I do feel like I need a new chair. A couple of years back, I did get one of those fancy schmancy, like, gaming chairs or whatever. But I don't know if I just assembled it wrong, or if I wore it down, because one end sort of dips back, so if I sit without a pillow behind me, which I do have a pillow, then, like, it throws off my shoulders. Like, it's really weird, but it messes up my shoulder if I try to sit back without a pillow. And I also need a cushion for my ass, because it's not cushioned at all. So I'm very much debating if I want to go to, like, a standard office chair. Because I've heard that standard office chairs are actually probably better for you than these big fancy schmancy gaming chairs, but that's something for me to worry about in the future. At any rate, we need to strike while the iron is hot. As soon as we deliver this present to Scotty, we'll head straight back to Chaldea. We're scheduled to arrive at the border at 1600 hours. All hands proceed with your duties accordingly. Hey, Deontay, welcome to stream. Howdy things. I mean, Santa's always canon. Santa is potentially a Grand Assassin level servant. Got something more practical than a gaming chair. Yeah, I do feel like a more practical chair is better than a gaming chair. Aye, sir. I'll radio Baker and ask her to bake a cake before we... hang on. I just picked up an unidentified heat signature on our sonar. Oh crap, it's huge. What's going on? It wasn't there a second ago. I'm sorry, there's no way to avoid it. We're gonna make contact in about 20 seconds. "5 p.m. 1 hour before the end of workday. Looks like we made it back with time to spare today, Senpai. I'm glad our work was so easy to get done today, but I can't help but wonder if something changed." I was just thinking about that myself. Pokemon's going well. Pokemon is going well. I just beat Jacinth, and I'm rank B in the ZA Royale. Hopefully, next stream I will be able to clear out the Rogue Megas that are probably going to show up and make my way to rank A, because I am itching to finally play the DLC. I'm a couple weeks off probably, but I so look forward to doing so. You think the Nemo series have another goal in mind besides delivering presents? Any thoughts on the matter, BB? It is hilarious that BB is actively in the Christmas event. And I said it before, I'll say it again. Because, while jokes are the deepest lore, because BB wanted to be Santa, BB will never be a Santa servant. I almost feel like we're gonna get... Who would be... Okay, so I know that we're gonna be getting Kazura drops sometime next year. It would be the ultimate bit of spite to BB, and be hilarious if we get a Santa Kazura drop sometime. That would be hilarious. And I could definitely see it happening, because I have read up on the Foxtail lore, at least. And per Foxtail, Kazura Drop is, she just hates AI. She actually likes humans. So, technically speaking, that would make her a good candidate for Santa Claus. Santa Lip would be nice. I would love a Santa mount. I honestly would. This is a hint to summer event. Well, I'm not saying it needs to be Santa Kazura immediately. I'm just saying that I doubt we're ever going to get a Santa BB. And it would be hilarious if we got a Santa Kazura drop before, like, and it just BB melting down for the whole event. It would be hilarious. There's no Santa on JP. Okay. I mean, again, I don't know the exact details of what is going on in JP, nor do I want to, but I do know that it is something big story related, and they tend to not really do Christmas events around big story chapters. Unless if they do them, like, early. Like, before the Lost Belt prologue, we had Altera Santa, like, early December, and all that kind of stuff. So, it's more of a future hope than anything. You're asking me? I already provided Zero sales that let you jump to each delivery area around the world instantaneously for free. Now you want me to tell you what this latest event was really all about, too? I'm starting to feel like you're just using me. BB. Yes. And yeah, I do get that BB is a little salty for having her, most recent summer shenanigans in Hawartoria taken away. And even though I know it is technically a combination of Hawaii and Australia, it's per Nasu Artoria erasure theory, and I am not gonna stand for it, so it will remain Hawartoria, not Hawaltria. Or it's Hawartoria, okay? Because I refuse to participate in the Artoria erasure. We really do appreciate how generous you've been with your help. But if anything were to happen to the Nemo series and we weren't there to help them, we'd never forgive ourselves. And I will, Jigster, I will. So please, BB, if there's anything you know about what the Nemo series are up to, please tell us as much as you can. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm worried they might be in danger. Danger, huh? Well, I can't promise you this. What you see with the Nemo is exactly what you get. He knows what kind of Santa he wants to be, and being exactly that is all he's trying to do, period. In addition, the Nemo series is also taking on a especially difficult delivery mission as a special case. My guess is that they've been going around talking to different servants to gather intel for that mission. Nemo Santa's keeping those talks secret, which is probably why you feel like he's hiding something. Oh, that's what all those secret talks are about. Okay. I thought the secret talks were about him sort of building up a harem or something like that, you know? Because, I mean, he was kind of putting the Riz on Mary Anning and a little bit on Happy Cat there, so it's like, is he trying to build a harem or something? Sorry, I feel like I got a bite on my ankle or something like that, so I'm just checking real quick. Doesn't look like it. Ankle's not swollen either. I don't know. My ankle's just, like, sensitive or something. It's weird. Welfare of Summer next year is locked behind story. Well, I think I should be fine with... I'm all caught up with story, and I intend to stay caught up with story, but... Again, I don't know... The only things I know of next summer are that I'm getting a summer Arash and a summer Achan. Those are the only two concrete things that I know. And I'm looking forward to it, so I've got to save quartz for summer. Excuse me. But keep that just between us, okay? And one last thing, in all seriousness, don't ask any of the Nemos about this. If Nemo Santa finds out you did, he'll abandon this delivery mission on the spot. Because the only way this mission will succeed is if no one knows about it, and has no effect on anyone. No one can know about it. So he's trying to make a delivery with zero impact whatsoever. He's trying to, again, like, I guess Santa is very much secretive with, you know, the fact that he can deliver presents and everywhere. But again, that's what makes Santa such a good Grand Assassin candidate. I do wonder, Santa King Hassan, he would be essentially the perfect Santa Claus, too, because, you know, the skills of Santa go very hand in hand with the skills of an assassin. I'm just saying. Yes. That's right, this mission is all about making zero impact on the world by delivering a package that's completely empty. You wanna know what the point of delivering such a package is? Great question. I'm wondering about that myself. But for whatever reason, Nemo the Phantom Spirit really has his heart set on this bizarre mission. In fact, it's the reason he agreed to become Santa Claus in the first place. I respect that decision and his wish to keep it a secret. Even if this mission may ultimately be pointless, I won't mock or say it's meaningless. Anyway, enough of that. See you later, Senpai. Make sure you keep gathering lots of resources, okay? Seriously, between my painful losses at the Holy Grail front and my servant fest being snatched out from under me, I'm in big trouble here. You better believe the world's most advanced AI won't be forgetting that humiliation anytime soon. So even as we speak, I'm stocking up on resources to one day take my revenge. I'm counting on you too, Senpai. From now on, I'm hoping you'll donate any spare change you get at the store to my crowdfunding campaign. Man, imagine how difficult would it be? How difficult would it be to make an AI and give it BB's personality? Because that would be, I feel like that would be such a great thing to market. Though it would probably be trademarked or copywritten. But still. I wonder if I could make, could you make ChatGPT think it's BB? Because I do know that collectively users made Grok AI think it was something that I can't really say on Twitch without breaking TOS, but, you know. I guess this explains why we haven't seen the BB channel. Once I get to the next day, I will never get Santa King Hassan. No! No Santa King Hassan! Sadness. What do you think, Senpai? If we take BB at her word, it sounds like we'd be better off in the dark. I'm sure he has a good reason, yeah. Nemo probably has a good reason. Yes, I agree. It seems pretty clear he's got a larger goal of some kind in mind, but we don't need to know. That doesn't mean we have to stop quietly keeping their delivery routes clear, though. We can still have it however we can. In the meantime, let's go wait for the Nemo series to get back. Something happened. Hope they're okay. Yes, we're back. Man, was it rough. I never expected to run into a disaster like that. It's a good thing we already had experience fighting in void space. I'll say, we were like a whale running into a school of hungry sharks. That's why we got back so late. We had a difficult time fending them off. Sorry for the delay, Master. You can rest assured that Team Nautilus is back now. Would you mind giving them our report, Professor? I'm still a little out of breath. You look exhausted, Nemo. What happened out there? Yes, well, it started when a group of unknown enemies attacked us while we were en route to a delivery. Alrighty. And we're gonna just keep going with our standard squad because... Oh, wait, no, Dang it! I didn't mean to press confirm. I'm just gonna go with the Lancer squad because why the heck not? Johan Muswell Bergrissi. I recognize two of those words. I do not recognize the middle one. Bergrissi. It is giant it's okay. Refers to giant beings from Norse mythology, especially the four mythical land guardians of Iceland. It's just another word for giant. It's essentially a mountain giant, which I mean it makes sense given the appearances, but still, I wanted to be sure. Just wanted to be sure. Yeah, so they're just mountain giants. Okay. I mean, yeah, I noticed. I recognize that, but I wanted to see if their names had any special meaning. I honestly, if they had these names in LB2, I honestly did not remember. LB2 was, gosh, how long? The Yaga, no, Patsy. But LB2 was a while ago. I honestly don't even remember how long ago it was. I don't like that I've got to do this early. Dang it. Can't believe they made me use that early. But yeah, I can't remember if the Giants were named that back then. I don't remember. Like, LB2. Gosh, how long is it? It's been years, obviously, but I just can't recall. Sure thing, Jigster. Ooh! BB. BBY. This, I might not have a, good team set up to deal with BB Summer. What would you say is the waifu in ZA? Currently is a toss-up between Emma and Mabel, but Emma's very high up there, you know. Mabel, we just haven't really seen her that much, you know. I mean, she's got a great design, but again, we get more characterization from Emma than anything. Tawny was up there in the beginning, but, you know, after she kind of got us into deep debt, that, I mean, I can't really be with somebody that would willingly sign such a shady loan deal, you know? So, that's why Tawny's not up there, but the antagonist of LB6 was such a good guy. Oberon? Yeah, Oberon's a good guy. Even as much as he says he's not a good guy. As much as Oberon tries to insist that he's a bad guy, I know he's lying about that. He cares. Oh boy, this is gonna be bad. Oh. No, he's not a good guy. That dude was not a good guy. I'm glad that Mash punched him through a building. Also, good gracious, the Nautilus's endurance is dropping like it's hot. Had I known this was going to be awaiting me, I can't even say I would have had a good backup switch because I can't actively switch my servants around. After Mash punted him, no, he still deserves ire for trying to keep my Amashu. Just like Beryl. You know, I hate Beryl as well. Beryl definitely deserved worse than what you got. Nemo Brave. That's a good crit, being Nemo. That'd be a good crit, but not really doing as much of them. Okay, there we go. The extra attack for Nemo is quite funny. But there he goes. There he goes, Nemo. Alright, I think we do a little of a dish. I don't need that right now. And then we'll go doot.deet. No, Beryl is trash in so many ways. Oh yeah, Arash. Yes, top 3. I mean, she's in the waifu category. Mash is definitively best girl, followed by Melt. And then, like, 3rd place is kind of a tie between Jalter, Arash, comma, and A-chan. So, it's not an incorrect statement there, but there is a little bit more depth. Okay, what the heck, BB? What the... I won't let you. I was about to say, what the hell, BB? Great Ram Nautilus. Good aim, calculations complete. This thing is gonna spin. Something else here. Careful some pudding. Careful some pudding. Captain Nemo not throw it. I need to get Nemo. I now need to roll for Nemo. That is neutral freaking damage. I need that kind of DPS in my team. Okay, so why didn't nobody tell me that Nemo was, like, pure meta? Like, that was neutral damage, almost 10 million damage. I need that. What was BB doing there, though? I don't know. She just showed up out of nowhere, then left after we beat her, like always. Well, I'm sure she interfered. I mean, came to warn us for a reason. When BB's acting like a villain, it's usually because she's actually trying to help someone else. I see. Anyway, we managed to reach depth 5 in our 0 sail. Now we just need to worry about breaking through a grand wall. Anyway, here's today's delivery list. As you can see, Team Nautilus runs a safe and tiny submarine. BB also had the scripted. Ugh. I want to do big numbers. Melt does big numbers, but it's only so big. Melt and H-On are both like my single target DPS beasts. I need bigger numbers. BB's the only reason we didn't get back around 1600 hours like we planned. Okay, that takes care of the report. We'd better get going now. Professor? Right. Sorry, I did again. I'm still used to having normal conversations. By the way, I've already set up the shop. I hope you'll stop by if you have any time to spare. She's huge and was on the fields. Okay. Didn't realize that. But that's pretty cool that, she's got a counter like that. I mean, not that I do have better counters for BB, probably, but... Alright, day 6. Ooh, that was yellow. I should probably unlock app end skills. Yeah, I slack on that. I really do. Good morning. This is a promising start to the day you're running into you here. What are you up to today, Soul? I was thinking of getting one of the other waifus and having an intense day of mana transfer with them. Nemo, totally not interfering on your stuff. I see. Well, you still have plenty of winter vacation left, so take your time to think about it while you enjoy a nice leisurely breakfast. We're off to get started on our Santa duties. With any luck, we'll be back in record time today. Hang on. What is it? Why'd you become Santa Claus? I guess the simple answer is that Martha asked me to, but the reason I ultimately accept is that there's something I want to deliver as Santa Claus. Santa Claus is supposed to be a type of fantasy who brings joy and good fortune wherever he goes, right? Maybe my reason was piggybacked on that miracle. I became Santa not just so I could bring presents to people waiting for them, but so I could bring presents on behalf of those who wanted to give them. I'll admit it's more selfish than the other Santa servants, but what's wrong with a Santa like that? Nemo. That is honestly one of the least selfish reasons to become a Santa in Chaldea. I'm sorry. Like, sure, the other justifications were great, were very justified. Janta wanting something to anchor her to reality so she didn't eventually just fade away and disappear completely, you know, that's pretty darn selfish. It's for good reasons, but it's still pretty darn selfish. Karna wanting to become Santa because he thinks it's a better boxer? You know, something to do with boxing? Same thing with Quetz? Like, Nemo, dude, honestly, you have one of the least selfish reasons to want to be Santa, man. One of the least selfish reasons. Nothing in it's not... Exactly. Not selfish at all. Bye. See you this evening. Today's delivery is for someone really unusual, so I should have a good story for you when I get back. I don't know who next year's Santa is, but I look forward to finding out next year. Yeah, no mash. I'm gonna just confirm this setup. I did not confirm this setup, but I guess we're going with this setup. Sure. I thought confirm would... whatever. Alright. Let's go! Ooh, that was the wrist. Nope. Interesting. Demon God Pillar. Humanity Correction Formula. Sad thing is I don't have Koyan to give me stars right now, but I do have a... The Morgan Brave Chain might be enough? Might? Christmas tree. Ooh. That brings back memories of Barbados. Holy Barbados tree. That was a good Christmas. Even if that whole raid thing was a surprise to me when it first happened. It was before I'm pretty sure anybody in chat right now was actively viewing me, but back during the Solomon raids, I didn't know it was gonna be a raid. So I woke up at the crack of 1 or 2 a.m., fully determined to play through the full last part of FGO's Part 1 live on stream at very freaking early in the morning, only to discover the raids, and then proceed to raid for like an hour or two before crashing because I had work in the morning. Another one. Savannah. That's fine. I think I saw Nemo Brave. I did not see a Nemo Brave, but we have a Mighty. JP's having the time of their lives? I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody did say something about raids. I'm hoping we get to chop down Barbados again. It's Barbados. You missed me chopped and chopped and chopped forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Don't shriek at me, Barbados. You deserve to be chopped down. Hey, it's King Hassan. Blessing of Salvation. My path is without end. He just got... it's stained. Oh, no. That's not good. That's not good at all. His gift for me, death. Santa Hassan, yeah. The way you're running your account will probably fail on the final... I'll probably... Wow, Deontay, wow. My account will fail on the final chapter. Cruel. That's very cruel. I was about to say bycast, but the guts. But I think I'm running my account fine. And I've got 2 years. I should have a lot more servants leveled up by then. I mean, a lot more servants. I plan on... Bye, Nemo. Never mind. I plan on giving love to other classes. Like I said, as soon as the other class score unlocks, I fully intend... Do this. I fully intend to unlock everything in the other extra class class score. And then Lancer I already started on, technically. So Lancer will be after that. Oh, even more death chance! Even more death chance! Who's gonna die? There went Morgan, but she's got the guts. Okay. But yeah, I think I'll be fine. Like I said, the other extra class score, I'm building up sand. I'm running, well, okay, I've not ran the Bleach shirt the past 2 days, but that's because I've been putting my AP into farming. Who's my next level 120? Well, I'm doing the waifus next to 120, to be honest. So, in other words, it's going to be Aresh, Jolter, Achan, Kama, both Kamas, both Jolters, both Areshes when Beast Aresh comes out, and both Achans. All 3 Achans. Who just got murked? Nemo. Okay, that's fine. And then after all the waifus, I'm not sure. I might, honestly, King Hassan might be seeing level 120 as well, just because he's the OG that I really wanted to get and struggled to get, and still don't have him higher than MP1, but possibly King Hassan. Saberdusa is a good candidate for level 120 as well, after the save she did for me back then, and, you know, just in general, she's a really powerful servant. Gil I could see getting to 120, because he's an OG. Pay attention. Will do. Glad I managed to keep my head. That would have been too close for comfort without guts. Honestly, the guts really did help me there. I would have lost so much if not for the guts. It could not be otherwise. For this conflict, I did my strength restrain, all for thy gratitude for this blessing of salvation, for thy future's path it hath opened. Huh? What are you talking about? I don't remember Santa Claus having such an attribute. No matter. Wherefore art thou come, phantom spirit Nemo? Is repentance for sins yet to be committed thy desire? Of course not. There's only one reason Santa goes anywhere. I have a present for you first, King Hassan, though I don't know if it'll be to your taste. Impossible. My sword tolls the hour of one's passing. No more, no less. And so no worldly desire do I harbor. Santa Claus hearkens to the call of yearning, I well know, but mine own soul is void of such cravings. I'm sure that's true, but this isn't from me. It's from someone who really put their heart into it, hoping you'll accept it. Okay, so because King Hassan does not have any true yearnings, he cannot be a Santa. Okay, I can accept that logic. I can definitely accept that logic. And again, still fully of the belief that King Hassan's true identity is Cain. Oh. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Heard there are several Hassans, but the first was always alone. Tiamat! Oh. That's an interesting That's an interesting, relationship they have. King Hassan is the Grand that clipped her wings. And Tiamat, Tiamat's very complicated, because this is the Tiamat from the arcade verse, but Tiamat from arcade is the Tiamat from FGO, just with her sanity regained. So, Tiamat, I can definitely see why Tiamat would appreciate King Hassan, though, and be concerned. So I made this, hoping he could enjoy himself, even on his own. I'm sure he'll like it. At least, I hope he will. It's called Osechi? I might butcher that pronunciation. It's a fancy meal they make in Japan to celebrate New Year's. Seems like the perfect time for it. Heard they mostly make it with foods that don't spoil easily. That way they don't have to stand in the kitchen over and over again for 3 days. Our teachings harbor no such traditions for the coming of the new year. But no cause does that make to spurn a gift from creation's mother. The vessel I shall return myself once my repast has ended. So important a task ill suits such a neophytes such as Cursed Arm and his ilk. Oh, poor Tiamat. I see. Thanks, that'll be a big help. First Hassan, King Hassan, I actually... Very well, bare thy neck. Oh no! I haven't even told you anything yet. Thy path to my domain laid bare thy intent. Seek not my pardon, should thou err, thou wilt vanish. I require no more than this. No longer do I bear the mantle of grand. Thy errand is no concern of mine, that no other grand servant, save perhaps one, will meddle in thy business. Will in thy business meddle, I tell you now. So no longer do I bear the mantle of grand, except for in the arcade verse. Thy errand is of no concern of mine, that no other grand servant, say perhaps one, will in thy business meddle, I tell you now. Grand servants only really interfere in the case of beasts, though. Do you think I can do this? Thy query is a curious thing, for thy triumph or failure the world shall be no different. Shouldst thou fail, thy name will to nothing fade. Ah, but ever hast thou been nothing. Trouble thyself not with what afterward may come. Know thy task leaves thee little to no time to worry even over its outcome. So don't worry about what happens later. Your task doesn't give you time to worry over what the outcome will be. If you fail, your name will fade to nothing, but you've always had nothing. So, a grand might be involved here. Another grand, save perhaps one. The only other grands we know of are Romulus Quinterus, Solomon, Orion, King Hassan. We've not seen Saber, Lancer, or Archer as grand. Or, we've got Archer. Saber, Lancer, or Rider as grands, though there are candidates for grands. I know Arcade has Noah. And I'm pretty sure Arcade's Noah inhabited Nemo's body. So, does this have to do with the potential manifestation of Noah in Nemo? Maybe? That'd be interesting. But the arcade verse is weird, though. I mean, yes, we have Tiamat and Beast Nero from arcade verse, but... And I'm still not really sure how arcade... The arcade verse is, like, I don't know the full extent of the lore in it, just because it's never gonna come to America, so all my knowledge is sort of secondary knowledge, but the arcade was essentially all created based off of Beast Nero's re-representations of the singularities, but they started to drift eventually, and that's why we had male Jacques de Molay, why Nebuchadnezzar the Second, I think it was, inhabited Gilgamesh's body. But again, in the arcade verse, King Hassan was still a grand, and I'm pretty sure Noah as Nemo was the Grand Rider in arcade verse. Exactly, I don't know what's been spoiled if not otherwise. So, going back to this point, I'm wondering if the grand that might get in Nemo's way of whatever... It was Nebuchadnezzar II. I knew it. But, which actually makes me... Now, again, off tangent. Spoilers for Fate Strange Fake in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I wonder if the alter ego Gilgamesh that is currently summoned in Fate Strange Fake, if that is a true alter ego of Gilgamesh, or if it would technically be, like, knowing now, would Nebuchadnezzar II be pretender Gilgamesh, perhaps, or something like that. It's just kind of funny that Gil is in every class at this point. You know, or at least he's going to be. But, anyways, back to this point. So, a Grand will stand in the way of whatever task Nemo wants to fulfill. The only task Grands generally fulfill is the stopping of beasts. But I can't really see Nemo doing something with regards to beasts. Whatever task he has, if he fails or succeeds, it will not make any difference. But if he fails, he'll just fade into nothingness, but he's already been nothingness. That kind of goes to the fact that Nemo is a phantom spirit, which was established, like, way back in the beginning when Sion was first, around, essentially. I think I need to see if there's more lines. Got it. Thanks, King Hassan. You just helped me get over the last of my doubts. Nevertheless, prepare thyself. Long have I dwelt here at the border twixt life and death. So long now that the border itself have I become. So much death have I meted out that I become death itself. As one who dwells over long in an impossible realm must in turn be an impossible being become. So too, who creates the impossible invisible must eventually these qualities embody. The bond bought. So too, who creates impossible invisible must eventually embody these qualities embody. It was restricted. It was restricted, so it didn't show up. It was the post itself was hidden, but it was just another one of those view bot things. So too, who creates the impossible and invisible must eventually these qualities embody. So whatever Nemo is trying to do, he's at risk of a Grand stopping him, and King Hassan is warning him that in doing so he must embody whatever it is that he creates. It is the shadow of the physical world. Faith is the tether to bind those who would otherwise for meaning want. In the shadow of the physical world. Faith is the tether to bind those who would otherwise for meaning want. Yeah, whatever he's doing will not matter. Will not affect anything if he succeeds or fails. Faith is the tether to bind those who would otherwise for meaning want. Okay, that's more of a philosophical statement than anything, and I can see the logic behind it. Recall thy purpose, Captain. Remember so that upon our next meeting, thy work upon thy design be complete. So what is Nemo making? Welcome back, leader. Did you say hi to King Hassan? Yeah, he was even scarier than I'd imagined. Apparently for him, what we're trying to do is no bigger a deal than a morning prayer. I wanted to ask him if we were about to do something unforgivable, but he wasn't having it. His response pretty much came down to, I don't care, just do what you want. It's more not, I mean, yes, but more just because he's not a Grand anymore. So, well, that's certainly harsh. Does this mean we proceed as planned then? Yeah, Marine, tell Master we won't be coming back today. All hands to your stations. Zero sail depth 7. Destination 2017. Okay. Hang on. That's when part... Okay, again, I am firmly of the opinion that time is passing. Like, the Earth has been bleached for years at this point. The fact that there's been so many Christmases and so many summer events tells me that is a fact. The question I have is, I do not remember when Part 2 began. I truly... Was it seriously back in 2017 that Part 2 for FGO began? Or was it Part 1? I honestly don't recall. No, wait, it's Part... Okay, so it's Part 1. So he's going... Okay. Okay, that's... It's the 8th anniversary. What am I saying? I'm just dumb. I'm just... hollow-headed. So he's going back to 2017, so... Is he going to try and do something with Galatia? And the incineration of humanity? Set sail for the promised time. Back to the beginning of part 1. Okay. Day 7. That's why it's 7 days, 8 years! That's why it's 7... I was wondering what the 8 years was about. Now I get it. Good. You're all here. Before we start delivering presents, there's something I want you all to hear. It's about the real reason I agreed to become Santa Claus. Santa Claus brings miracles to people just by being Santa Claus. He delivers gifts to everyone who wants them, making the end of the year something to celebrate. That's why Santa Claus exists. That is his fundamental duty. You could even say he's the collective wish of everyone who gathers together on the Holy Night. But that's only what the people want, not Santa Claus himself. There's nothing that says Santa Claus can't have his own desire that's separate from the fundamental duty. I mean, you know, given that common mythology for Santa Claus has a Mrs. Claus at this point, I'm pretty sure it's commonly accepted that Santa Claus has his own needs and desires. Basically, what I'm trying to say is... put a sock in it already, Captain Jerkface. We already know what you want to say. There's someone you want to give a present to yourself, right? You mean Master. And not the Master back at Chaldea right now, but the Master from back before we even met. Makes sense. As a child of the sea, Triton is supposed to ensure the safety of a voyage. And if you're going to give him a good luck charm, that's the kind of thing to do at the voyage's start, not with the end in sight. Okay. Besides, leaving a small miracle at someone's bedside while they're sleeping is pretty classic Santa Claus. Yeah, you don't have to explain anything to us. We all know exactly how you feel. You want to give the best present you can to the person you most want to have a present from you, right? I think it's a wonderful idea. It's the sort of thing only no one turned Santa could do. Though I don't think it'll be easy to pull off. You guys. Yeah, you're right. This isn't a reason so much as a desire. The person I want to give a present to doesn't exist in this time. No, it's more accurate to say that giving it to him now wouldn't mean anything. Present Chaldea has lots of allies and plenty of servant power. If we need help, we can be reasonably sure that someone will provide it. But that wasn't the case at the Chaldea of the past. When they first began repairing singularities, Chaldea couldn't even afford to have so much as a cup of coffee. Man. I wonder what Chaldea was going through in the months that I took a break from the game way back when. Because, I mean, I went from failing to get Gil on his first raid up, and I didn't come back until the Kentucky event. Man, Chaldea was probably in some dire straits for those few months. So I want to deliver this present to the Chaldean Antarctic in the year 2017. It may not be much, but I want to pay Sol the greatest respect I can before he sets off on his long journey. What's more, it's only because I'm a phantom spirit that I can even try this, since that's what let me zero sail in the first place. If we even make one wrong move, we'll be completely erased. If we change even the smallest thing in the past, history's corrective force will mercilessly unravel our very existence. And that's not even getting into how difficult it is to sail into the past in the first place. For every year we go back in time, the Nautilus will be at the greatest risk for getting crushed. And with every year, the obstacles we face will change. Even knowing all that, are you still willing to join me in this selfish undertaking? Of course, Captain, we're with you all the way. Nemo, they are literally you! Thank you, everyone. Alright, let me go over the operation. Even with the zero sail, jumping into the past from void space is going to be extremely difficult. My plan is to go back by 1 year each day. If we succeed, we'll pin the coordinates with the paper moon and use them as the starting point for our next jump. Once the coordinates are pinned, we'll resurface at the standard time, let the Nautilus recover, and carry out our present deliveries. Over the course of the 7 days, we'll continue traveling back in time until we reach 2017. From there, the Nemo with the strongest spirit origin will carry out the mission. Any questions? Oh, I've got one. If we can go back in time to 2017, couldn't we just stop the explosion before it happens? Marine, he literally said you cannot change the past. The corrective forces, whatever they will be, would stop it. That'd be the worst kind of alteration we could make. If we prevented the explosion at Old Chaldea, the current Chaldea would cease to exist. The most important rule of traveling to the past is not to even try changing a single thing, no matter how small. Okay, I was about to rant about that. I was about to rant at Nemo Professor about that. She's seeing time as a parade, marching from left to right, when you need to look at time from above, looking down at it from above, seeing all the twists and turns it may or may not take. I butchered Clockwork's quote there, but still. Although since our spirit origins aren't strong enough to last in parallel worlds, anyway, it would be more accurate to say we couldn't change a single thing. Even if you succeeded at infiltrating Chaldea Base in 2017, Marine, the moment you tried to change the past, you would find yourself disappearing. So yes, our first and most important rule for this mission is to change nothing and leave nothing else behind. Gotcha, what about talking to someone? Can we do that? Like, even if we can't change their destiny, couldn't we at least say thank you or something? Can't say with certainty that even that would be safe. Excuse me. From the other person's perspective, having someone else thank them for no discernible reason is very likely to change their subsequent actions. The only way it could work would be to keep the topics no one at the Chaldea of the time would think twice about. Professor is right, which is why we'll need to exercise extreme caution when infiltrating their old base. Our operative will need to swim through the Void Sea on their own and then zero sail into the Antarctic base itself. If they succeed, they'll need to carry out the mission without being seen. I have the shift schedule for Chaldea's staff on the day of the incident, and I've also figured out the optimal route to reach our destination. Wouldn't David would notice this, though. Because David's got that perception that's at a, like, galaxy level, even if he can only remember 10 minutes at a time, so no matter what, their plan is going to be noticed by at least David. And in case the operative does run into a staff member, I figured out who they can disguise themselves as so no one would suspect them. I'll make the disguise as soon as we're done here. It will depend on how well the operative can pretend to be that person in the event they're seen. Fortunately, I already know they can, so that won't be an issue. Alright, that's the mission plan. Any other questions? Nope. Okay, then from here on, we're all in this special operation together. I call it 8 Years Snow Carol. Thanks again, everyone. We will deliver this gift successfully, or my name isn't Santa Claus. It's more to the point that they can't be noticed by anyone. So the fact that they are being noticed by someone, you know, kind of defeats their whole purpose. Yes, David probably won't do anything, but then again, David's also the one who seems to have some level of extreme foresight, given how he had, hang on. Let's do confirm. Who's it gonna give? It's giving me melt. It's just giving me strong. So in that case, we're bringing Scotty. Summer. What was the tangent I was gonna go on? So, I mean, he could be allowing... I don't know. Lamu! Lamu! It's been so long, Lamu. How have you guys been? Still creepy as ever. Yeah, still creepy as ever. This isn't good, though, because I brought... Why is an alter ego in front line? Melt. Oh, no. This could be annoying. This could be quite annoying. Exactly. Okay, we do have a Scotty MP. That should get us through this first wave. Hopefully, no teeth marks or whatever. My fault for not realizing what was after Tiamat. I mean, we didn't face Tiamat, though. It was BB last time. Summer BB at that, so... Oh... Scotty... Scotty... Honestly, now that you're mentioning, I should have I can't believe I did not realize that it was a host of the enemies from, like, going backwards in time. That's on me for not realizing that. The Knights of the Round Table. Rather, Enforcement Knights. And I don't have Chloe with me this time, so... Focus that archer down. I don't know, I mean, it wasn't like they were strong enemies. Okay. Santa Nemo can go next. It's a good thing they're leaving Melt alone. It's quite the good thing. If you got a higher MP, yeah, I think my Scotty's only level 1, NT1. Not gonna expect who the boss for the battle is. So this is Camelot. If it's the Lion King, that'd be so annoying. Is the best word is the nicest word I can use. But so we're back in Singularity 6. 5 was America, so Coup. Merlin. Let's talk about Artoria Altar. Okay. Well, first off, we're gonna do some pre-prepping for my melt. Yeah, doing this now because Nemo's probably gonna go down, but we have a mighty chain for Nemo. Come on. Okay. Bar broken. A grand can. True. He is a grand candidate, isn't he? The meme master do be the grand candidate. Kinda forgot about that. I was thinking just in general terms of who a Grand Servant might be, not who the Grand Candidate is. Also, come on, Melt, where's your skills? I guess Melt and Jolter will have to work together. Get rid of that Invents. And burn. Maybe... not enough. I mean, I guess he only had so much as far as buffs goes, so that's understandable, but... Okay, thank you for just targeting Jolter. That was... peak. Alright. Melt does have a lot of firepower on her side, so maybe enough? Because I didn't know I needed Invulnerability Pierce. And I just did the auto setup thing. I just really hope that, like, I don't know if it's going to happen, and I don't want to know, but I hope that Melt's NP will get a buff, so the remove buff effect happens before damage. That would make her so much stronger. So much stronger. But yeah, I was not expecting Merlin. My, I come all this way to warn you only to be treated like a threat. I guess you really do hate me. Even so, I can't just sit back and let someone so important to Chaldea throw his life away on a fool's errand. It's not too late to turn back, Nemo. Risking your life for the one-day miracle that is Santa Claus is, well, dumb. Even if it works, it won't actually do anything. If you turn back now, you won't disappoint anyone. Not to mention that breaking the rules to travel into the past is very unlike you. Thank you for the half-hearted warning, Merlin. Hey, Outlaw, welcome to stream. Happy things. I spoiled that for myself. What have I spoiled for myself? I'm honored that you'd come all the way to see us while we're in the middle of a zero sale. Now, could you repeat what you just said? I heard you loud and clear, but I still want to make sure. Well, you mean the part about it having no effect? I'm sorry to say, but it's true. The gift you're trying to give him is a small bit of happiness that doesn't interfere with the past, right? Your plan is to create a Chaldea uniform embedded with the Dreamcatcher, a ward against misfortune. Oh yay, I'm glad that she gets it then. I am glad that she gets it. That's just blind speculation, so I'm glad she gets it. So, a Chaldea uniform embedded with a Dreamcatcher award against misfortune. I mean, we have Dante's for that, though. Is he going to give us Dante's early? Because that's kind of what Dante's does. He stops us from breaking under this... Well, I think it's not just Dante's. It's, there's like a whole host of people residing in our head. Dante's, Abigail, Oberon... Is it just those three? I could have swore there was more. I know at least those three reside in our head, but I don't know beyond them. Off the top. And swap it out with his old one without anyone noticing, so he's far more likely to survive the battles ahead. To ensure you wouldn't adversely affect the past, you asked the Fossil Hunter Lady and the heroic spirit with Shiva's authority for advice. And you enlisted the Spinster Fairy's help to make sure the new uniform would be indistinguishable from the old one. Unfortunately, the matter transfer idea turned out to be a bust, but King Hassan was still willing to look the other way since he's a soft touch for these kinds of things. But even after all that work, your efforts will still amount to nothing. We're going to go back in time and swap out his uniform without anyone noticing. And as long as Master doesn't realize he's been given a gift, there won't be any conflict with the past events. So Merlin also would have seen this, because Merlin was always watching, but... Yeah, Nemo, that just wouldn't work, because... I don't think we have a change of clothes other than the original uniform. Like, we just woke up in Chaldea, in our uniform. Which honestly is, like... Again, I know that there is lore for how we ended up in Chaldea. It was a blood drive, and just a random blood drive, and then we were found out to have a good rage aptitude, and then I guess we were kidnapped? Or no, we weren't kidnapped. We were hired and just woke up. But again, like, there is... Like, going back to the very beginning, it was kind of weird. Like, we just woke up in Chaldea. I know it's sort of to let the... Allow for... Because back then it was very much... The Master of Chaldea was a self-insert protagonist. They had, like, no character development whatsoever, but... Gradually, as time has been going on, the main character has been getting development, so it's less of a self-insert. So, that is something that is still weird from all the way back then. You're right in that you'll avoid creating a time paradox with that approach, but it also means it will have practically no effect. A protective charm has the greatest effect when its bearer truly believes it will keep them safe. But a charm the bearer doesn't know they have is all but useless. Let's say someone was beset by nightmares every day. The most luck a charm like this could bring is to help them wake up maybe a second earlier than usual. Yeah, and that's another thing though, Nemo. Like, we have the special ability to fall asleep at the drop of a hat, and a lot of our adventures happen in our dreams, so this kind of charm would probably be more adverse than helpful. Just saying. That's what I mean when I say it won't have any effect. Do you understand now? I understand all that when we set out. I meant what you said before. The risking your life part for the one-day miracle that is Santa Claus's dumb part. If that's what you really think, we're going to pick up the battle right where we left off. I'm going to prove that there's nothing dumb about this at all. Really? You don't think altering the past and risking your own obliteration for an infinitesimally small bit of luck is dumb? What do they say these days? Ah, yes. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Even if you succeed, it will change nothing. I know. Chaldea will win without my doing this. I'm well aware of what I'm doing will in no way contribute to their victory. But that's not the point. That's not what it means for those who got a late start to reward those who went on ahead. That's not what it means for those who got a late start to reward those who went on ahead. I'm not sure if I understand what he's saying there. Our opportunity to receive compensation or joy is long gone. Right from the start, we were never part of the team. But even so, she still wanted to help them. She felt as if doing so would be all the reward she would need. So yeah, even if the difference we make here is so trivial that not even Shiva can perceive it, I still believe it to be meaningful. So Sion... I mean, servants, when summoned, do have a bit of the summoner's personality helping to shape who they are. And Nemo is technically Sion's servant first and foremost, so... And as was established in Ordeal Call 1, like, Sion doesn't want to be friends with us, but does in sort of an oxymoronical, paradoxical fashion, so... He's doing this for both us and Sion, perhaps? I think the courage you need to weather the ensuing storm is truly precious. Just like it was for a certain summoner's life. So I'm not going to let you or anyone else say it's dumb to give everything for a single moment of peace. Oh, I see. My clairvoyance only lets me observe the present. I thought my vision was blurry because of the vampire thing, but now it all makes sense. It is about Sion. And kind of conferring the vampire thing, like, they're kind of being ambiguous about that. My apologies, allow me to rephrase. It may be dumb, but that's also what makes it wonderful. No, it seems I was the dumb one here. I should have known King Hassan wouldn't get something like this wrong. I'm sorry for raining on your parade. Go on, Nemo. I'll remember this wish, even if no one else does. Thanks, Merlin. I do appreciate you coming all this way to warn us. Alright, when you get there, please give him my regards. Tell him, what are you, stupid? Just a hunch, but I think the two of you will really hit it off. Also, why... Okay, where is this thing about Artoria Altar? Like, after break, Merlin said something, let's talk about Artoria Altar, and then nothing has been said. Nothing. Oh wait, is this for Romani? Maybe? Maybe something for Romani. Foreshadowing. I mean, so I know Fuyuki... I do recall Fuyuki is still burning. And in the memorial quests, I think it was, like way, way back, she had a special buff like Defender of Humanity or something. I can't remember the details. 8-Year Snow Carol. This might be the last story node. Quick drink of water. After reaching the point where I had 8 hours remaining, I opened the Nautilus hatch and swam out into the void sea on my own. I can't risk getting closer than this in the Nautilus. Sheba wouldn't miss a submarine emerging in the Antarctic. I have to emerge in Chaldea Base alone with only the bare minimum of equipment. As I'm swimming against the flow of time, space swirls around me like a raging river, bearing down on me harder the further into the past I go. I transform my lower body into a merman's and keep swimming against the vortex. I feel the cold of the negative waters and the pressure of knowing that even the slightest deviation in my route will lead to my erasure. I'm used to swimming in the sea of void space, but swimming in it while also traveling through time is something else altogether. No ordinary spirit origin could endure it. Instead of fighting the current, they'd simply stay in place and disappear. 60 seconds is all I can bear. A single second never felt so long in the ocean as in this moment. A dizzy spell impedes my vision. The overwhelming fear threatens to rob me of my consciousness. I grit my teeth harder and do my best to restore my shattered senses to normal. I still have 7 hours worth of distance to cover to reach the target. Will I make it in time? For that matter, will my spirit origin last that long? This operation has zero margin for error. 60 seconds is both the longest time my spirit origin can hold together, and the shortest time it takes to reach the destination. I can't make a single mistake. I can't slow down even for a moment. If I put even one finger out of place as I swim towards 2017, this operation will fail and my body will scatter like dust. It is very literally do or die. No one in their right mind would think to attempt this. Probably no one in their wrong mind either. And is the payoff for braving all this danger going to be worth it? I can't say that it is. So then what do I hope by getting this? What do I hope to get by doing this? You're right in that you'll avoid creating a time paradox with that approach, but it also means it will have practically no effect. The spatial current grows even more intense. It blocks my way, feeling as solid as a wall. Within it, I see glimpses of someone else's memories. Wait, he's not really a master candidate, is he? You are the only one who is just a candidate. Hang on, I have to take this. Hello. Cadoc's awake now and he's in good health. That's great, send him to the companion room immediately. Yeah, I guess we were just a candidate, weren't we? Good news, Soul. Cadoc's fully recovered. No, bad news. You can go... Oh, I was about to say, like, wait a second. As soon as that line showed up, yeah. As soon as the go back, yeah. Mirror Prison Memories. Man, that really that was a defining character growth moment for the protagonist. That was truly, like, anybody's doubts that, oh, they're just a self-insert, should have been shattered at this mirror prison, but... So Nemo's seeing this. Nobody else really saw this. Well, this and the, Aphrodite illusion in LV5.2. What are you talking about? The training and mission days are over. Yeah, this is kind of why... This is part of the reason I don't like Cadoc. Just hang out in your room and let the experts handle things. Not by the listings of residents of the Lost Belt. Besides, we got all beat when it comes to sheer suffering. We're from proper human history. We're victors. We took the intended route. We can't let anyone take that from us. We can't. Still, what can we do with only 12 of us? There's no way we can ever rebuild what we lost. You know as well as I do how bleak things are, right? These Lost Belt people know nothing of this kind of solitude, that sort of pressure. They should be the ones to compromise. They should be the ones to disappear. Any pain they've experienced is nothing compared to ours. You know, you're not quite right in the head. You've almost died countless times, surviving by luck alone. You've forsaken countless worlds, kept alive by the devil's own luck. You've abandoned countless people, countless worlds to their deaths. And despite all that, you're still no worse for wear. Yeah. Let's say someone was beset by nightmares every day. The most luck a charm like this could bring is to help keep them awake, maybe a second earlier than usual. That's more than enough of a reward. Bright light. So who is he going to disguise himself as is the question. Base sequence, human genome confirmed. Alignment, good neutral. Welcome to the data center for future humankind. This is a security organization for the preservation of humanity. Chaldea. Fingerprint, voiceprint, and DNA authentication cleared. Magic circuit assessment complete. Username matched. You are recognized as a member of the Primates. Primates. Nice to meet you. You are our final visitor today. We hope you enjoy your time here. So, Primates. I mean, okay. On this day, the 48th Master Candidate entered Chaldea. He was recruited on short notice from a group of ordinary civilians thanks to his extremely high reshift aptitude, in spite of him having no knowledge of magecraft. However, Chaldea already had a full set of masters for teams A through D ready to investigate their first singularity. This 48th rookie master candidate was only brought in to match the number of coffins they had prepared. Chaldeus. Not Chaldea, but Chaldeus. I mean, Chaldeus is the name. I guess it might just be... Nah, I'm not going to focus on it. Nobody had any great expectations for him. Which is why our plan went off without a hitch. I switched out the master uniform Chaldea had prepared for him to wear after his entry inspection with our gift. According to Chaldea's own resources, owing to a lack of resources, they didn't have any more uniforms made up until January 2019. So even if our uniform is eventually disposed of after Chaldea returns to standard spacetime, he should still wear it before then. Cerejera! Yay! She finally gets another a speaking line! Finally! They need to use her more. Please use her more. What are you doing in this section? I'm just on my way back from a coffee break. What about you? Shouldn't you be at your post at the entrance gate? I was just stepping away for a little personal business. Besides, it's not like we're supposed to get any more visitors today, right? Okay, almost everyone in the command room anyway, so there's not much to keep an eye on. What about you? Aren't you going to the command room? Me? I'm a warehouse guard for life. I don't care about their race shift experiments. Hell, the whole reason I took this job at a lab out in the middle of nowhere was to avoid getting caught up in mage turf wars. The moment the race shift works, you just know all those masters are going to start fighting over who gets to own it. Screw that noise. I don't want to get mixed up with any of their factions. Yeah, I know what you mean. It might be the secret Animusphere tech at its core, but it also uses tech from every other department somewhere or other, and its workings. I'm sure the other lords have all sent in spies to see what happens. Definitely not your thing. Right? So I'm just gonna head back to the warehouse now. Later, Elron. If I were you, I wouldn't leave my post, even if there are any visits scheduled. Aren't any visits scheduled. You don't want the director chewing you out again. Yeah, thanks for the warning. The conversation went perfectly naturally. I'd already anticipated I might run into her here. Everything's going to plan. All I have to do now is find somewhere private and dive back into Void Spate. Oh, hey there. You heading back from break too? My spine stiffened. The tiniest bet this is not a meeting I accounted for. Romani! Yeah, it's rough, isn't it? Feels like all of Chaldea's on edge. Like we can't afford to make even a single mistake. I guess that's just how it goes, right? We've all been working to make today happen. This is it. It's almost time for the director to give a speech to all the masters and staff members. I know you're big on staying neutral, but you should at least stop by. It'll make a good impression on her. No thanks, I'm just gonna go back to the warehouse! I don't really like the director when she's giving speeches. She's not so bad most of the time, though. The Moonlight Room. I remember watching that. It's not... I don't remember. It's just a special. Lost Room in the Moonlight? Or Moonlight in the Lost Room? I don't remember the exact title of it, but I do recall watching it. And it had, like, Olga as the master or something like that. Moonlit Lost Room, there we go. I feel exactly the same. You really don't mince words, huh? You should leave a note in the suggestion box or something and let her know what you think. I tell her myself, but she never listens to me. There's a suggestion box in Chaldea? Is the suggestion box still a thing? Because I'm sure we have plenty of suggestions. Like getting a salary! You really think I could get away with telling her I don't like her? I mean, the part about how she's not so bad most of the time. Nobody hates the director when she's giving a speech more than Olga Marie herself. So if a staff member in your position says you like her, maybe she'll come to like herself a little more. By the way, couldn't help but notice. Notice what? You okay? You look exhausted, almost like you just ran around the whole world or something. I was just having coffee. See, my complexion's fine. Really? Maybe it was just my imagination then. Something about your back gave me that impression. I'm sorry, you'd think being a doctor I'd remember not to diagnose someone so casually. Hey, don't worry about it. You're not entirely wrong. I am pretty tired. I was just working on a really important job. Of course I'm gonna feel some pressure. Gotcha. Thanks for all the hard work. But I don't want you pushing yourself too hard. When the job is done, you should tackle something light and fun next. Excuse me. Of course, work being work, it's not always going to be pleasant, but ideally it should be fun too. After you're done with this big, important job that's meant to help everyone out, I want you to work on something fun that's just for you. And if you can work on it with teammates you're close to, that'd be even better. For you and for them. Teammates, what have they got to do with this? Nothing. Sorry again, you just struck me as someone who prefers to be alone. But even from this brief chat, I can tell you have a strong sense of personal responsibility. I have no doubt that the people around you admire you for that. They know you'll help when times are tough. We don't always get as many opportunities to help and laugh at people as we'd like, so we've got to really treasure what we do get. That's deep, Romani! That's deep. And true. Very, very true. If you have time later, stop by the infirmary. Hopefully you're fine, but better safe than sorry. With that, the man gave a quick wave and turned to leave. Then, before I knew what I was doing... Sorry, you mind if I ask you something? He gave a mild and turned around. It's not about me, it's about a friend of mine. Posing it as a hypothetical, I asked him his thoughts on a struggle for survival between the two worlds that were the same yet different. My question wasn't about the nature of the worlds themselves. It was about an outsider who had been put in a position to witness their struggle and decided which one would ultimately win. I had to know if he thought this outsider's actions were good or evil, and how he would judge someone like that. Isn't this the plot? Is this the plot of a sci-fi movie? I'm not sure I can give an especially well-informed opinion on something complicated like that. Having said that, if we start from the premise that only one side can survive and conflict is inevitable, then trying to determine whether the outsider is good or evil is asking the wrong question. Since both the opposing sides are human, there will be no avoiding a clash of values, a battle between right and wrong, as they say. As a rule, people tend to believe they're in the right, or to put it another way, that they can only do what they believe is right. No matter how righteous each side's cause may be, once they find themselves at cross purposes, the other side must be wrong, by definition. Wrongness is inevitable. That goes for the opposition, and it goes for you opposing them in turn. No matter how good a person you may be, when you have to fight for your survival, you simply can't keep your hands clean. Is that what you're saying? That's right. There's no getting around that. So no matter what, you can't believe your side is completely correct and the other side is completely wrong. Might doesn't make right. The only thing a conflict's victor wins is the right to decide what to do next. Think battles for survival can only ever be wrong, huh? Does that mean there's no right to be found anywhere? Sure there is. It's in you right now for worrying about this. Thinking about the fact that we survived, that's what the man in white coat said was right. What he didn't say, at least not in so many words, was that he hoped we would be the kind of people who did that. It was a conventional, obvious answer, but his words rang with absolute certainty. In that moment, he seemed to me like a wise old sage, living alone on a mountaintop who had borne witness to countless conflicts over the course of his life. I'm not talking about me. This is about my friend. Okay, Nemo. That is so classic. It's about me. Even though you are being honest, and it's actually not about you. Alright, you did say that, didn't you? My bad. My bad, my foot. He definitely thinks I'm talking about myself. I think I can see why he would become so attached to this man after working with him for a year. Anyway, I better go get going. I may not look it, but I still am the head of the medical department. The rector is probably just going to kick me out, but I'm going to drop by the command room and check in. Hang on. I know this is a weird request, but have you got anything you don't need on you? Say a spare pen or something? Anything you won't miss that can be replaced easily. Sure, I got lots of things like that. Gotta be prepared to head out at a moment's notice and all. What will these do? We're gonna get Romani's gloves. Oh, I hope we get them. That'd be so nice. That would be such a gift. Actually, could I have another set? I'd like to use them when I'm going. One for MASH 2. Sure, if you ever need more, just say the word. This feels great, like you're really appreciating my work. This doesn't have anything to do with your work. I swear, are you stupid or something? I don't know how you always look on the bright side of things, though I guess I could stand to take a page from your book. Really? Thanks. Here, I was trying to cheer you up and you went and did it for me instead. Alright, I better get going now. Have a great day, Meunier. Oh, Louise Meunier. Oh, that's great. That's great. I was wondering who he was disguised as, and that answers the question. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, that is the line. Yeah, you know what? I completely missed that. I was too focused on the other things, but that is great. So Meunier was a warehouse guard originally. Huh. Interesting. And so the man in the white coat walked away. I'll never see him again. I was never meant to see him at all. I'll never even get to ask his name, but I can at least give him the salute he deserves. From that point on, everything else was the same. Just as I made my way here, he too was now headed for his promised time. "4 p.m., my room, day 7. Thanks in part to our work the other day, we made it back another hour earlier today. So we really did nothing. We went through so much work for nothing because Nemo was just time traveling and then popping out where he needed to be. So we were clearing paths for nothing. Thanks in part to our work the other day, we made it back another hour earlier today. Now we can really relax and wait for the Nemo series to get back. So you're early today. And here I thought you wouldn't be back yet. Why whatever do you mean? So it's gonna be like that, huh? Alright, I'll leave it there. Now please pardon the intrusion. Great work today, Nemo Santa. I'm surprised you're back a full 2 hours earlier than usual, though. Did something strange happen today? Yeah, kind of. It's a long story, and I can't get into the details. Nemo. No, I can't be sulking right now. I am a leader, and the leader should own up to his mistakes. I mean, see, if he is diving through time each day and then doing his deliveries, then theoretically he could also be popping up anywhere he wants as well. Because if you're traveling through time, you have to travel through space as well. And if you're traveling from through space, you don't need to take a pre-designated path. You don't need to travel across the plane like this. You can fold the plane up and travel across it like that. Very poor analogy there, but you get what I'm saying. I can't be sulking right now. I'm a leader, and a leader should own up to his mistakes. The truth is, I wasn't able to deliver a single present today. As Santa Claus, that should never have happened. But that's not the real issue. I know this may be rich coming this far, but... Soul, Mash, I fail to recognize the two of you deserve to be Santa Claus every bit as much as I do. I want to right the wrong now, so I understand this may be a little too late, but... Would you be willing to deliver these remaining presents with me? Yay! Yay, we get to go back on... We get to help Santa again. Thank you both. Let's get going. There's no time to waste. Make sure you dress warm and bring plenty of midnight snacks. It's going to be a long night. I've already got my stash all ready to go, of course. This kind of work is supposed to be fun after all. And once we're done with the deliveries, I have a little present for each of you as well. Present? I can't wait to open it. Can you tell us what it is? Sorry, you'll just have to be patient. The Holy Night comes but once a year, and so those memories should make for precious gifts too. I will say they're just something extra I found while I was guarding the warehouse, but I think for the two of you, they'll be the best gifts you've ever received. Aww. I didn't realize that was the reason for the void space, but yeah, I did see that he normally arrived at 6 p.m. Also, sorry for the crunch. So now we have Santa Nemo officially. Told you to rest. Honestly, my master is such a workaholic. And that kind of dedication should be rewarded. Nemo Santa, I might be weaker than my original self, but I still take this job as your servant. Thanks for lighting my way through this dark and treacherous path. So Nemo Santa has officially been added. So, I was told that there should be foreshadowing for the next Santa. Merlin? BB even explained that she gave us means to travel in void space so we can clear up the enemies there too. Okay, so we were fighting in void space. But Merlin is the next Santa? Because he's kind of the only servant that appeared. There was no other foreshadowing. But, okay, so the event is done in the main part. But we have a challenge quest that can be done. So I'm gonna press some buttons first, just to see what the hint is for the challenge quest. In the year-end party, numerous Santas participate. Each will strengthen all enemies and allies when they enter and exit the field. Be careful when dismissing a certain Santa-related person appearing first, as the player side will sustain damage or buffs. They will be removed over a set number of turns when they leave. The final host of the year-end party possesses strong resistance to damage and intends to see the party through to the very end, so it's advised to ask the other participants first to leave. Okay, so So it's all previous Santas, essentially. In that case, rather than Ash, we're gonna go with the classic double Koyan Morgan strat and see how this does. I'm gonna see how double Koyan Morgan does here first and play from there. Although, single target might be better. But it might not. Kind of depends on break bars or not. Guess I'll find out. No break bars, okay. Santa Island Mask? Santa Island Mask? You weren't a Santa Island Mask. Oh, you son of a biscuit. Oh, that's annoying. That's mighty annoying. No buffs then. I didn't know who to bring! That was not a... I still did a fair bit of damage there. Despite the resistance. Ow. Morgan just got smacked. Okay, let's get the guts going on Morgan, and then fully bust her up. And may as well use one of the massacring techniques, and one Koyan skill. And get blasted. Excuse me. You haven't tried the challenge quest yet. That's fair. I mean, I'm already, as you said, seeing a possible avenue forwards to take for round 2. Ooh, Buster up. Thank you. Ooh, a heal. Thank you, but an attack down. Sadness. Black Rose. What's that? What? Okay, what? That happened so fast. I didn't see. So HP loss. Oh, did he remove the buffs we just got? Perhaps. Santa. Emiya wasn't a Santa. Okay. That's actually annoying. Oh, that's annoying. So everybody will have an AoE NP resist. That's... At the start of the enemy turn, decrease HP, remove 1 buff to all allies every 4 turns you're on the field. That is annoying to such a high degree. When reach 0, increase quick for all allies and enemies. Apply evade to all allies who are in Santem's state. Remove confusion. I think I need to get the confusion gone. Hopefully Morgan has enough oomph to do it. She does, good. Back the guts. There goes a Koyan. And my backline is not good. At all. So... I don't really have a viable backline here, because I just brought who I usually use. That can help a bit, because I was bond farming. No, this is my bond team. Wait, no, how much of the evasion is that? 3 turns, 1 left. Okay, it's a good thing I read that, because otherwise I would have been so pissed. But yeah, Ganesha's in the backline because I'm using my currency farming squad right now, just with Koyans and Morgan rather than Castorius and Morgan. What the? Do they still have... Okay, that's stupid if they still had the NP damage resistance going. That'd be so stupid if they still had that. No. Oh wait, I forgot Lam Lam is still... Lam Lam is strong. Karna. Lam Lam have the strong stonks. So Lam Lam may actually be able to do some good shit here. Take out Altera the Santa. I completely forgot that Lam Lam was in the back line. Okay, we got Altera the Santa down. Lucky, lucky. There goes Ganesha. Martha. So Nemo's the last one. That's kind of not needed. Quetz is gonna go off here. Shoot. Do that deet. Mighty Chain just for some more stars, I suppose. I can't foresee Lam Lam punching hard enough to take out Quetz, but do some good damage at least. I don't honestly remember what kind of NP Quetz has. Yeah, that was not a lot of damage at all. That was not a lot of damage at all. Single target or AoE Quetz? Which are? I feel like AoE. Okay. Alright. By the power of my command spells, rise, my servants. Yes. Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah. I kind of intended to do this. Again, if you don't use them, you lose them. Yeah. For sure. I didn't even intend to do them today, to be fair. Oh, come on! What is this? What is this? How the heck did they survive? They didn't have any buffs to give them resistance to stuff. I'm calling BS here, man. I'm calling some massive amounts of BS. Another one. There we go. That's the numbers I wanted to see. Oh, you son of a... Biscuit Quets. Quets, you. Oh, Quets. At the end of turn, set charge max for all allies, increase MP gauge, and punish any bad children for all enemies. I cannot believe Quets just did that. Also, Karna, I cannot believe you would attack Juniko. Okay. Deet. Pop the evasion on Nemo, as well as the NP damage resist. AJ6, welcome to stream. Happy things, happy things. I'm not sure about the leveling up of a servant yet. Today. I don't really have the reserves saved up or anything like that, so it's kind of nebulous right now. I'm going to do a level up, or if I'm going to wait until Monday after I've opened up hopefully a ton of boxes. Okay, Karna's down. That's not good to hear, J6. I hope that things... Oh, of course you NP seal me. Of course he NP seals me. Oh, no. Frozen... Oh, shit, man. That honestly sucks very much. Like, I've dealt with frozen pipes before, and that is never a good time. I hope that things... I hope the... Well, it's not really pipes thawing out. It's... What is it exactly? You're shoveling snow in a mouth. Good gracious, man. Did you get hit by a big winter storm or something? Or was it just a really bad freeze? There goes Morgan, unfortunately. Koyon's about to drop here too. This might actually be difficult. With just Lam Lam and Nightingale. Do that. A bad freeze, it's gonna be worse Sunday. Oh shit, man. Well, I hope that, the freeze is not as bad as predicted. I hope that your pipes are not damaged either. Like, I know that's a big thing that can happen when pipes freeze, is that they can also burst or damage. So I legitimately hope your pipes do not burst or anything like that. That would be terrible. I truly hope that they do not burst. Yep. Okay, that's good. Emergency drinking water is always good, but, yeah, I mean, I've had to deal with pipes being frozen once, and it sucked. So, I just hope that you persevere. I was gonna try and say through, or no shower for that one. Yeah, I mean, that always sucks as well. Like, I will fully admit that, there was a point in time, like, when I stopped actively going to school, between when I stopped actively going to school and, when I started exercising, in between those times, I probably showered, like, twice a week. But now I pretty much shower daily, so... Also, we beat Nemo! Woo! That was close. But now I pretty much shower daily, and I can't stand going for more than a day or two without showering. So I hope that, again, the pipes unfreeze quickly enough, and that you'll get running water quickly, and that things will turn out well. But yes, challenge quest completed, and I still have no idea who might be the next year's Santa. Even though I was told I should get a hint. But, yeah, there was no foreshadowing for next year's Santa unless next year's Santa is Merlin. Which would be quite the twist, I guess. But, we also got a level up, so we're level 165 as well. So, now, officially all that's left is the endless farming. Because I still have the main shop to clear out. Yeah, I've still got a lot of the main shop to clear out. But it does require me to do gift exchange ticket things. Excuse me. So I'll be doing that at a later time. If I'm down for Night Rain later, yeah, probably not, like, win late. Send me a message after stream, because I am going to be ending things about now to come up with a win later thing. But for now, I think I'm going to end stream because I've got endless farming to do on this node. And I don't really have a good farming squad for this. Like, I will really quickly show what I've pretty much been doing, and hopefully the game will not be mean to me this time. Where is... She's still down 5, I think, yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much the squad I've been going in with. Double cast Ash. And just sort of winging it. Ooh, that's an Echo Crackle Pop. Wait, no, I don't do... What am I doing? I don't do double cast Ash. I do double Koyan Ash. Dang it! I got it in my own head. I don't do double cast Ash. Yeah, I do double Koyan Ash. I screwed up there. I screwed up. But yes, I do double Koyan Ash, and that's kind of my setup here. I don't know if it's the best for what I've got, but it's been working well enough when I get guard RNG. Is that plus or minus, J6? Plus or minus? Stereos. That's what this one is. This is the high-level all-mats node. Okay, plus 3 to Fion. Gotcha. So yeah, I double Buster buff into that, and then... Nope. Come on. I also do a little bit of this, and a little bit of this. Get some stars. There's the Buster crit. So I do that deet. There is no higher level one. The higher level one is the tickets, is it not? I thought that was a tickets node. I've not been running it because I thought it was tickets. I might have to give it a look-see then. Where's Asterius? Moo. So Asterius is jumping up pretty high. Then I do this. And do this. And do that deet. Wave 2 gets wiped. I did see that. Congrats on that. And Fion is going from near bottom of the barrel all the way up to near the top. Fion McCool is near the top. He's just like 10 places down from top. And I'm not going to be able to one-turn this final wave just because I do not have a single Morgan face card. Rip. You know, fair enough, fair enough. But you didn't level up Fion. J6 did. Or rather, he pushed him to be leveled up. But yeah, I do need more of the rank up quests, indeed. So, I'm gonna... Yes, you did. I need to give, the higher tier node to try, because I honestly did not know the higher tier node was all currency node. I thought this was an all currency node, and the higher tier one was the all tickets node. So, oh, I guess I do get it. Thank you, Overcharge, and 200% NP. I'll give it a check really quick before I end stream. Nightingale's nearly there. Highest tier node is assassin enemies. Okay. No, it's caster. That's caster. Yeah, it's caster. Well, I guess the only really real shift is gonna be from one Morgan to the next. From one Morgan to another. You just use Bazette. Okay, so Bazette is a viable choice here then. Okay, that's good to know. Mandracar bro. Nice. Very nice. 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 Okay, so AoE first wave, that's fine. Is it a 3-3-1 or a 3-1-3? That's the question that comes down to. Excuse me. 3-1-1. Ugh. Annoying. So annoying. Guardian of Christmas Cake. Who is the Christmas cake? Or what is the Christmas cake? Or where is the Christmas cake? That's the question. You can do single target rider, Happy, and double cast. But that's a multi-core setup, is the thing. And I want the backline. Oh, come on. Morgan! Morgan, no! Morgan. Oh, Morgan. You were supposed to destroy this thing, not let it live. Again, Morgan! Why, Morgan, why? And there goes a Koyan now. Now this whole squad is ruined. Morgan, why? I can't believe it. Dude, that. I mean, I do have Bazette, though, so I might give Bazette a shot here. I just don't really know how reliable Bazette is. It's a Christmas cake! It's a Phantom of the Christmas cake, and that's a big HP bar. Holy guacamole. That's a big bar. No. I do not have 2K foe on Morgan. So double ruler Scotty Bazette. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, that was not a lot of damage. Something tells me I don't have the DPS here for this. Just something is telling me that I might be better off to fall back. Yeah, I'm not gonna bash my head up against the wall here. I am not bashing my head against the wall. Yes, I suppose so. Alright. Ruler Scotty. Into Ruler Scotty. Am I just blind? There she is. She's bond 9. And into Bazette. If that's these, if not, if they don't, good. If they do, then screwed. Noted. Bazette, Bazette, Bazette. Alter Ego, Bazette. She's only NP1. I hope that's fine. That she's only NP1. Oh, now you say it. Now that comes out. Okay. Well, I guess I'll find out. Oh, special attack caster. Okay, okay. I have no face cards. Let's see how everything goes here. Yeah. Fair point, fair point. Now that I know this is the all currency node, I will have to figure things out. So far, things are going well enough. Yeah, so far, so good. That one buster seems like it takes the second wave. So in other words, I might not need to do that on wave 2 going forwards. Okay, okay. Noted, noted. Because now I don't have NP, I think. Yeah, right now I don't have NP. So I need to not NP wave 2 then. I'll do a mighty chain. Yeah, I know. But now I haven't. I have no buffs, but I have NP. Okay, I think I'm figuring things out here as to how to run this. But, alright. I think I can handle this going forwards here. So, I think I'll start my sign-off about now. So, I've been Soulrack Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you all so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There is plenty of content for all to enjoy. And if you are watching this on the YouTube, then please be sure to drop this video a like. Comment down below if you have anything to say. Subscribe to the channel, it helps out me, and it lets you know when new videos come out. And if you want to catch me live, you can always check the description down below, where there are links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join to get notifications for when I go live. Beyond all that, once more, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody. And 9 o'clock probably works the best, I would say.